Alrighty, let's go ahead, get our briefing from the GDF leader.
Good to see you, Commander. I've been catching up on your work since I landed. I've got to say, I'm impressed. I hear the Council has been taking note of you as well. Keep it up. Hopefully something good will come of that. Anyway, I've got a heavily defended Dynasty base sitting on a huge Tempest field. It's being used to push against our frontline forces, and I'd like this base taken off the map. Sounded like your kind of thing. What do you reckon?
Sounds like it'll be fun. Nice little clear base. Why the new location?
I always wanted to visit France. Never counted on war breaking out to get me here, though. I'm here to better oversee the war across Europe. And while I miss my office back in Canada, it's better to have boots on the ground this side of the Atlantic. At least here, I'm linked in with the GDF comms grid and don't have to rely on dial-up.
Alright. What forces will I have access to?
So, problem. The base is quite a ways into Dynasty territory. You won't be able to move an MCV through the area unnoticed. I'll send what I can your way, but you've got to work with what you have. I know how it looks. Small task force taking down a well-defended base. But it has to be done. If any of our commanders can pull it off, it's you.
Like the confidence. Who are the Council?
The GDF Council of Directors. Not the kind of people I enjoy working with. I mean, I get it. You can't have a global collaborative military without having some body of oversight to ensure each participating nation's individual bureaucratic demands are met. It's the way it has to be. It barely works, but it's a miracle it does work at all. The problem is that these politicians don't know the first thing about combat. They've never heard of the word urgent. Getting them to agree on even the most basic of things requires them to wade through masses of red tape. Too many hands on the tiller.
Alright. No further questions then.
In that case, ready up. I'm counting on you, Commander. Pull that base apart.
Alright, let's take a look in our doctrines. So we do have access to tier 3s, but I'll gloss over those because I really want to get everything kind of straight down the line. So we're going to go with boosted comms, which comms range is improved 50% for all comms providers. Range of weapons or effects which produce marking is increased by 30. That should probably come in handy, but we'll see. Then again, there's no going back. Alright, let's check out the armory. Now I have access to 2 new slots, so I can buy something up to 2, or I can always backtrack and eliminate one of my 1s. Or maybe both of them. Actually, I only have 1, never mind. Let's see, I mean, we do have 3s. Let's see here. Now I have my drone set to lasers, so if I take off the lasers I can get some missile buffs. So let's see. Nothing really... Well, then again, veteran crew might be good. Due to advanced training techniques, all vehicles are trained as hardened first level veterancy, so that should make them better regardless. I'm still going to gloss over the stolen plans. I'm not really too interested in enemy technology. Let's see, all production structures generate 1 intel every 20 seconds for passive scanner system. That doesn't sound too bad, because we'll have usually a lot of buildings. Grenade weapons now set buildings and units on fire. This causes affected units to take 15 fire damage every 1.1 seconds for 11 seconds. That doesn't seem too bad. That'll definitely take buildings down rather quickly, but I'm not sure if I want to capitalize on that because it's very kind of niche. But infantry scanner package, being within 500 range of any infantry unit will tag an enemy as being marked. We do encounter quite a lot of infantry units. I have been capitalizing on aircraft though, recently. So the 30% health could also come in handy too, but our Air Force seems to be kind of okay in handling what it has so far. So let's move to the veteran crew. So we'll go ahead by that, 'cause that's kind of something that seems like it would be very useful. Because I do use a lot of vehicles. So we'll plop that there, and we'll move over to mission. So it looks like we're pretty much about halfway marker through the campaign. We've got only 2 simple main objectives, but we also have 3 secondaries. So it won't be too bad. And we're going to Poland in Lublin. Infiltrate and disrupt Dynasty Tempest harvesting. Alright, let's hear this transcript.
The Dynasty relies on its huge Tempest fields to fuel its war machine. Extensive harvesting operations have been detected in this area, supplying frontline bases. A small window of opportunity exists. Infiltrate the base with a small task force and capture or destroy the Tempest silos.
Alright, that's pretty clear up front. Since I do have that small task force, I'm going to have to be very careful in how I move around the battlefield. Alright, let's go right on in then.
Battle Command uplink initializing. Please stand by.
Alright, so we have a unit that scrambles specialize in ambush tactics.
Ready to disrupt.
We also have another thing, Tempest Chaff. Deals 300 explosive damage to ground targets in its area of effect. Structures caught in the blast are disabled for 20 seconds. That's actually not going to be too bad.
On call.
Alright, so we need to escort our little engineer guy. So let's take a look around the area before we do that.
Understood. On my way. Confirmed, HQ. Holding ground. Location received.
Okay, so we got an enemy unit right there. This looks like... oh, we might have a sniper. Okay, so we got a sniper in our unit, so that's gonna come in handy.
Suppressing. Stat. Location received. Confirmed, HQ. As soon as I can.
Alright, let's go a little southward.
Holding ground.
Just want to be a little careful here.
Understood. On my way.
Electronics shielded.
On dispatch. Don't even try it.
We're definitely gonna be careful with any flame units.
Understood.
They're quite powerful in this game.
Location received. As soon as I can. Stat.
Alright, there we go.
Confirmed, HQ.
Let's get the lay of the land still, just a little bit.
Understood.
I don't want to pull too many enemy units. As that said, my unit decides to pull them anyway. Okay, so these units can attack land and air, so that's going to come in handy. So let's let them get it repaired up, and we'll move on. Alright, there we go.
As soon as I can. Stat. Location received.
Let's see if there's any hidden caches down
Confirmed,
here.
HQ.
It looks like we can't actually go southward anymore.
Holding ground.
Ready,
Stat.
All right, engineer. Let's have you build this bridge.
Placing sandbags.
Commander, good to have you. The Dynasty are sitting on a huge stockpile of Tempest on the other side of the river. Scopes has the location of the silos. Let's take him out.
A team of engineers went dark not long ago. We need to find them before they're captured.
Okay, so looks like we got our first secondary objective.
Location received. Stat.
So let's just be very careful. We're gonna need those engineers to keep our vehicles all good.
As soon as I can. Understood. Confirmed, HQ.
Alright, we're getting yelled at to use the high ground.
Holding ground. Riot medic reporting. Stat. You need me? On the ground. Stay right there.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need those engineers. I don't know, let the sniper take out some of this infantry.
Somewhere else?
Let's harass this vehicle up here.
Good night.
Of course, she is a little slow, but that's okay. Let's see if we can shoot this guy all the way over there. Nope, looks like out of range.
Shield and Caduceus. As soon as I can.
Alright, let's continue our advance. Now we do have an airstrike,
Location
so we're
received.
definitely gonna have to use that.
Understood.
Especially if we encounter anything hot and heavy.
On my way. Stat. Hold it there. You gotta get past me. Confirmed, HQ. As soon as I can. Get back. Location received.
Alright, so we're still at the map edge, so that's pretty good.
Understood. This shield's too tough. Confirmed, HQ.
Drone assassin reporting in, command. Need something taken care of?
So we just got a new unit. The drone assassin deals swiftly with any targets.
Drone assassin on standby. We are on our way.
Let's have him
Let's
fall back
go.
with the rest of the unit.
Ready for contact. On my way. Location received. That's close enough. Running interference. You bet.
We'll try to fall back that one unit because he is pretty injured.
Holding ground.
But let's keep our unit probably bunched up still.
As soon as I can.
Alright, looks like cut off, so we're not going to go that way.
On my way.
We do have the high ground with this elevated
Holding ground.
highway.
As soon as I can. Understood.
And luckily, we do have that one perk that repairs our vehicles out of combat. So that's probably what's keeping this guy alive
Confirmed,
still.
HQ. Hold it there.
Let's have our sniper deal with some units.
Location received. You gotta get past me. Understood.
Let's move them a little close to the edge. So I can just automatically engage some of those units down there.
Where you want me?
Engines engaged.
But unlike last time, we're going to have our units
I can go there.
hold position a little bit. We did run into some trouble with our units just kind of patrolling on their own. They did get defeated quite a bit.
Stat. As soon as I can.
So our high ground looks kind of okay and clear.
Holding ground.
So we're going to sweep lower.
Stat. On my way.
How's it looking?
Oh, the sniper take out that barrel, because I never trust barrels, especially if they're red.
Confirmed, HQ. Understood. As soon as I can.
Alright, we'll have everyone hold position so they don't wander around.
How's it looking?
push the sniper up just a little bit.
Ready to move out. Understood.
There we go.
Stat.
Let's grab this cash.
As soon as I can. Holding ground. Confirmed HQ. On my way.
Let's take out care of that barrel.
Riot medic reporting. Holding ground. Confirmed HQ. As soon as I can.
Before we trigger that event, let's see if we can go up here.
Stat. Understood. Holding ground. Don't even try it. Confirmed HQ. On my way.
Sniper ready.
Alright, we got a lot of barrels, it seems. So let's see if we can take care of some of them. Oh, we might have trapped our sniper in.
Taking new position.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep our sniper there then.
Location received. Confirmed HQ.
Let's move southward a little bit. And we're gonna trigger this event.
As soon as I can.
Secondary.
Thanks for the rescue, Commander. Any vehicles need a patch-up? The Dynasty were planting mines up ahead. If you watch our backs, we could clear them for you.
Understood.
Alright, so we just got some new units. However, we do have some mines in the area, so we're gonna have to be very careful. Since we do have a riot vehicle, I'm going to shove at least 2 engineers into it, just in case I have accidental deaths when it comes to some of these engineers.
You need me? Holding ground. On my way. Stat.
And so far we're dealing with the map edge, which is okay.
On my way. Holding ground.
Ready, sir. Easy. Engineering.
Do have those red barrels, but I feel confident we're not going to accidentally detonate any of them.
Sir?
Alright, so we're a little bit clear now.
As soon as I can. Understood.
We have a supply cache, but I can't get to it just yet.
Confirmed
gonna
HQ.
ignore it.
Holding ground.
Let's take out this gate though.
Understood.
Oh, but it looks like we're taking some fire up here.
Stay right there.
Alright, looks like we're gonna be alright for now.
Stat.
So let's take the high ground.
That salvage center is repairing enemy vehicles. On my way.
Alright, so we're gonna move our units up here.
Location received.
We're gonna hold position though.
Affirmative.
And we're gonna try to find our sniper in this mess. Looks
Commander?
like she's right there.
Stay out of sight. Nice big target.
We'll have her take care of some barrels. There we go.
Good night. I see it. Beautiful.
Looks like we have apparently a rolling ball. That's something you don't see every day. Alright, we're just gonna let our sniper harass just a little bit. So we want to be a little slow and steady here. Let's actually swing our sniper over here.
Anyone near?
So I spotted some
Nice
barrels.
big target. Running the
It looked like those barrels did
numbers.
absolutely nothing.
Correcting for spin. Dispatching. Nice big target.
There we go.
Running
Taking out some of the
numbers.
patrolling vehicles.
On call.
Do have some mines down here. We do have a turret too.
Confirmed HQ.
So we're actually gonna swing southward, I think.
Understood.
Gonna park our units right here. Gonna have them hold position.
Tools ready.
Grab an engineer. We'll have them swing down.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
On dispatch.
Alright, looks like we've gotten this angry little ball. Ooh.
Stat. Location received. As soon as I can.
Alright, not really sure what that's going to do, but we did destroy it.
Suppressing. This shield's too tough. Understood.
Alright, we'll break this gate.
Confirmed, HQ.
We do have a lot of supply caches down here. They look intriguing. You want to grab the supply crate?
Additional
There you go.
silos required.
Understood. Stat.
Alright, we'll hold position, let the sniper take care of some things.
Sniper ready.
See if we can take that
Correcting
barrel
for
down.
spin. Lining
And we'll take the turret and we'll move in.
Incident report. As soon as I can. Holding ground. On my way. Location received. Hold it there.
Alright, drew the tank's attention, so let's just quickly take care of it.
Understood. As
Still
soon as
want to
I can.
explore just a little bit
Confirmed,
here and there.
HQ. Don't even try it. Location received.
Alright, we'll take down the gate.
Holding ground. Understood.
We'll grab the supply cache.
As soon as I can.
We still have some mines up here. We do have a pathway up there as well.
Stat.
So we have some options.
On my way. You gotta get.
Secondary objective failed.
Okay, it looks like we failed our secondary objective. If I had to guess, that was most likely due to us blowing up the mines instead of disarming them. Which does seem a little weird, but that's okay.
Confirmed, HQ.
I didn't expect to complete all secondary objectives on my first run, so we'll just take that as an
Understood.
acceptable loss.
Location received. Stat. As soon as I can. Holding ground. Understood. On my way. As soon as I can.
Alright, let's go up here.
Confirmed, HQ. Get back. That's close enough. Location received.
Alright, let's get some of these supply crates here.
Holding ground.
We'll hold position. We do have a base up here, along with over there.
Location received.
I don't think I need to call in an airstrike
Understood.
just
As soon
yet.
as I can. Suppressing. On the ground. On my way.
Alright, we'll trade fire just a little bit.
Confirmed, HQ. Don't even try it. As soon as I can. On my way.
Alright, so we do have a little area up there.
Understood.
Ready, sir.
We'll have our engineers repair our vehicles.
Engineering. No problem.
Just trying to think how I want to tackle this. There are plenty of opportunities. We'll actually use... Well... Airstrike doesn't look like it'll be that beneficial, so we'll hold off on it.
Reporting. Location received. That's close enough. Holding ground.
Alright, so we're gonna shove a lot of our units down here.
Suppress.
Enemy Tempest rigs located. Destroy the rigs to disrupt dynasty harvesting in the city.
Stat.
Alright, we're gonna shove our units down here. We're gonna get everyone patched up, good to go before we roll in.
Hold it there.
Of course, we're seeming to get a lot of attention.
On my way.
Alright, now we should be okay. Alright, we're back in action. So So we have some units over to our right, but we still have a little bit of a base to our left too. Let's continue sweeping though to our northeast.
Holding ground. As soon as I can. Deploying medbay.
Oh, looks like this building might be
Location received.
friendly.
As soon
I
as
might
I
have
can.
somehow captured it. So we'll just ignore it then.
Holding ground. On my way.
And we'll let our units do our thing.
Confirmed HQ.
Just have to make sure none of them start to roam around. Looks like one of our vehicles are soloing a base, so that's actually good. So we just let our sniper and a little missile car do it. Take out the rig.
Hold it there.
We'll hit some of these supplies.
Reinforcements have arrived.
This shield's too tough. Stat.
Alright, we got some reinforcements.
Sure, hang
We'll
out.
just have them immediately hold position for the time being, so we can regroup.
There's the enemy barracks. We could do with more units to push through the base. Confirmed HQ. Don't even
Alright, so it looks like they might want us to capture some buildings.
location received.
So we'll have to use that to our
On my
advantage.
way. Stay right there. Stat. That's close enough.
Oh, we got a little too close to that flame turret. We'll make quick work of it.
As soon as I can.
Alright, so our units are now a little clustered more.
Ready to move out. Holding ground. Scrambler craft reporting.
Looks like our one missile tank likes to drag a lot of enemies towards us.
Understood. It'll try and shoot. You bet.
So we'll just have them fall back, hold position.
On call.
We'll grab our sniper, pop the barrels.
You got it. Finding vantage. Target locked.
There we go. So the turret should be clear.
Coords received. Nice big
Take down
target.
these barrels.
Finding
Oh,
vantage.
she'll actually pull a tank, so we're gonna have
Keeping
a
low.
fallback.
Tools ready.
I really don't want to pull too much. We'll see if we can take the war factory over as well.
Location received.
So let's do a
Confirmed
little
HQ.
maneuver in here.
On my way. On the ground. Get back. Stay right there. This shield's too tough. As soon as I can. Stat.
Alright,
You
we'll
gotta
pop
get
this
past
turret
me.
down here. We'll pop this one too.
Holding ground. This shield's too tough.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead. Capture
As
some
soon
of the
as I
stuff
can.
down here.
On my way.
Grab our one engineer. We'll have
I
him
really
grab
hope
this building.
works, Command.
Low power.
Alright, so we have low power, so we're gonna take over one of these
You
power
got it,
stations.
Command.
Because we are gonna need the barracks as well.
Building captured.
There we go. It seems I have a garage here as well. Not sure if I can technically use it or if I need to capture it with an engineer. We'll leave that alone just for the time being.
Medic reporting. Confirmed HQ.
Let's move
Location
on and
received.
clear out some of the other objectives.
On my way. Don't even try it.
Alright, let's grab our engineer. Let's take over our barracks.
Building captured.
Alright, so we have our barracks acquired. Also have a war factory, so this will come in handy.
Unit is under attack.
Ready for contact.
Sometimes we can take down some of their power.
Understood.
Also blow up some of these gates just so it's easier for us to navigate.
Confirmed, HQ. Stat. Understood. That's close enough. Holding ground.
Alright, so we're still hunting those Tempest rigs. So looks like we're gonna have one in the area to our left. We can't get over there, at least the west side. So we're gonna have to keep pushing north and then west.
On my way. Confirmed, HQ. As soon as I can.
I don't seem to have any engineers anymore. So we're gonna pop a guy out.
Engineering.
Have him start repairing. Looks like I actually can build them, so we're pretty clear. We'll build some extra units.
Training.
We'll just have them kind of hold at the base, though.
Tools ready.
Unit ready.
I think I'll actually have the engineer capture the little repair
Unit
facility.
ready.
That way I can probably save myself some money in the future.
Unit ready.
Hopefully
Unit
this won't
ready.
kill my power.
Building captured.
So it's like we're okay. We're gonna call in a riot
Unit
drop
ready.
so we can get some additional units. And we're just
Unit
gonna wait
ready.
just a little bit. We're probably gonna go up the road,
Unit ready.
swing left, take out what I need to take out over there. I'm not sure if there's anything though to my
Unit
right, so
ready.
I actually might scout a little bit before I do that. Seems like it might be a better idea.
Unit ready.
Alright, so I got my riot squad. And we're just gonna unload them all.
You need me?
Unit is under
We're gonna
attack.
start moving. Alright, it looks like the unit that's being attacked is just sort of our call-in.
Location received. You've got to get past me. That's close enough.
The base is just up ahead. Careful, there could be more mines.
Unit ready.
On the ground. Understood. Suppressing. As soon as I can.
Alright, it looks like we've lost one of our vehicles.
Confirmed, HQ. Stat.
Alright, we're being told to use our scrambler ability, but we're taking a little too much damage, so we gotta fall back. We do have a Tempest field that is a bit rough. But it looks like this is where our ability is supposed to come in to take down those turrets.
Loud and clear,
Or
command. Heading in.
I can attempt to use an airstrike,
Take it.
which I might actually do.
Heading in. On the road.
So we just get the airstrike going. We're gonna have our guy fall back.
Unit is under attack.
We're just gonna sit back here. We're gonna relax for a second. We're gonna see what damage is done. Then we'll probably continue the other direction though. Alright, so we did some pretty good damage there.
Shield and Caduceus.
We're gonna take our
Location
units.
received.
We're gonna swing the other direction now. Or it actually looks like we might not be able to.
As soon as I can.
So it doesn't look traversable.
Holding ground. On my way.
So we're gonna continue assaulting the base here. We're gonna hold position so no one gets a little too far away. Alright, we're just gonna swing a little bit to the right here. We're pulling quite a bit of enemies. Plus I want to hit their power generators.
Stay right there. That's close enough. Don't even try it. This shit's too tough. Location received.
Alright, we are taking some rocket hits. Looks like we lost the riot vehicle.
Unit is under attack.
Understood.
So we've definitely taken a pounding on this run right here. We're gonna have our units hold here for just a second.
Unit lost.
Alright, now we're gonna move on. Oh, thank you for the follow, Papa Power.
As soon as I can. Location received.
Alright, we're gonna keep sweeping on here.
Hold it there. Understood.
Let's try to thin the herd out. We do have some rocket artillery that's kind of really hammering us pretty badly.
Understood.
So we're bleeding infantry units.
Location received. As soon as I can. Holding ground. On the ground.
So let's actually fall back fully.
Understood. As soon
Let's
as
try
I
to get
can.
some reinforcements up here for a second.
Location received. Holding
Currently
ground.
right now, Power, I'm just doing a little bit of solo streaming.
Confirmed HQ.
But in the future, I mean, I'd be open. Alright, let me go ahead and look a little bit more. That's what I got. So I can't build any tanks. So I am missing a radar station. So I probably should not have blown up that one radar station, because I've kind of locked myself out of those tanks. So we're just going to be doing a little bit of missile cars.
Training.
Let's get some more missile turrets here. And we'll continue with our strike. We're actually going to take our sniper though, instead of us just sitting here.
Keeping low.
We're going to move up.
Anyone near?
Unit ready.
We're just going to see what we can pick off.
Coords received. You got it. Coords received. Dispatch.
Unit ready.
Point me.
That's fine if she draws heat because she
Finding
can
vantage.
cloak.
Ah. Taking new position.
Unit ready.
She can also run away too, which is great.
You got it. Anyone near?
We have to be careful in what we pull.
Anyone near?
Unit ready.
Point me. Light side. You got it.
Unit ready.
Alright, we'll go
Keeping
stealth
low.
here. So we
Stay
lose
out
that
of
missile
sight.
tracking.
Finding vantage. E.
Unit ready.
Anyone near? Coords received.
Unit ready.
Alright, we're just kind of dancing
Taking
around
new
here a
position.
little bit.
Anyone near?
Higher health is a little
ready.
too low for my
Keeping
liking,
low.
so we're going to have her full back fully.
Anyone near? Keeping low.
Unit ready.
Somewhere else?
Alright, we're going to check up on our vehicles.
Eyes on the skies. Affirmative. On the lookout.
So we've got a couple more vehicles we're waiting on. Our infantry, however,
Unit
is
ready.
done. So we're going to go back up and continue
Somewhere else.
harassing some of those
Coords
units.
received. Coords received. Point me. Finding vantage. You got it. Stay out of sight. Correcting for spin. Taking new position. Finding vantage.
Unit ready.
Alright, I'm just going to do
Stay out of
extra
sight.
riskiness.
Anyone near? Stay out of sight. Moving out.
Because I really want to get rid of that missile artillery.
Stay out of sight. Point me. You got it.
Alright, we got it patched up.
Give me the word.
Now we should be good to go.
Hitting the road.
Ready to move out. Stat. Holding ground.
Since we can't swing to our left side, we actually might be able to build this with an engineer, now that I hover over it. So let's try to find our little technician guy.
Deploying mines.
Not bad. Instantly building bridges.
Ready for contact. Understood.
We have made some good progress on the right side, so I'll probably just fall back. But I want to get the secondary objective completed. That's over here.
Received. Don't even try it. That's close enough. As soon as I can. Confirmed HQ.
Alright, we'll hold position here, so I don't want a lot of people being dragged away.
This shield's too tough. On the ground. Get back. Holding ground. Stay right there. As soon as I can.
There we go. Oh, it looks like we're gonna have to take down this repair station because it's shooting back. We're dragging a lot of heat down here, so I'm taking a lot of risk. So let's swing down. It looks like we got some extra reinforcements down here. So I'll just grab them quickly. Take down our secondary.
Command, that's all the rigs destroyed. What else you got?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Looks like I might actually have some air units. And we'll have our air units fall back for the time being. They'll probably make some great scouting units.
Confirmed, General.
Looks like I probably could have repaired this bridge now that I think about it.
On my way.
There's definitely a little bit of mistakes for this mission, but that's alright. I didn't expect everything to go buttery smooth. Okay, so we got some high ground over here. We're dragging a vehicle with us too. Alright, so we should be okay for the time being to move out.
Confirmed HQ. On my way. Don't even try it. Understood. Suppressing.
Go ahead, take down this little gate. Do a little look around. So we did clear out the main base defenses.
As soon as I
I'm
can.
a little curious to see what's over here.
Location received.
Okay, so it looks like we got War Factory. We'll actually fall back.
Confirmed HQ. On my way. Holding ground. Understood. On
So
the
it looks like we're having some pretty long chases, so we're gonna be forced to fight.
Don't even try it. Location received. Stay right there. That's close enough. As soon as I
Okay,
can.
now we should be able to fall back.
Confirmed
We'll move
HQ.
to our
Stat.
sort of repair station down here. Build some units.
Training.
Just hold off a little bit here.
Unit ready.
And we're gonna call in a riot
Unit
drop
ready.
too. But it seems, since we
Unit
kind of
ready.
punched into the base here, we'll probably continue going through this way, because we know it's clear.
Unit ready.
This way should be a little bit safer, just because I didn't really see a lot of turrets down
Unit
over
ready.
here, which was a nice flank. But definitely a little bit mistakes
ready.
made. We could have repaired some bridges, but we didn't. And we got quite a few casualties, but we're still in the fight, and I got my specialists, which is the main thing I'm concerned about. He's just not losing the specialists.
Unit ready.
Location received.
Alright, we're gonna move everyone up though,
Confirmed HQ. Stat.
straight to this barracks.
Unit ready.
On my way.
It actually looks like I'm gonna be out of money.
Cancelled.
I'll see if I can get my missile turret guy.
Unit ready.
Gonna grab everyone. And this should be the final push.
As soon as I can. Understood. Holding ground.
Unit
So we'll
under
just
attack.
see if we can clear a little bit.
insufficient
of the
funds.
Tempest area. Then we're gonna move in.
Hold it there! On my way! Get back!
We should make quick work of this base pretty easily.
Stat! Location received. Stat!
We're probably gonna take the high ground though,
As soon as I can.
just to make sure nothing flanks us from behind.
Right there. Understood. Don't even try it. Get back. All around.
Unit ready.
That's close enough. Holding ground. On my way. Location received. You gotta get
We're gonna hit their power right here.
Unit is under attack.
It looks like that
as soon as I
vehicle
can.
area is still powered up, so we're gonna have to be a little cautious.
Don't even try it. Understood. Suppressing.
Gonna hit the gate, pull in some extra units.
Confirm HQ.
Unit is under attack.
We should be able to have this in the bag.
Stat.
Oh,
Location
we do
received.
have a missile artillery though. That is a little problem.
Understood. As soon as I can.
We'll probably clear everything else out,
On the ground.
since most of this base is pretty much gone anyway. Just to be thorough.
Confirmed HQ. Holding ground. Get back. That's close enough. Stat. Location received.
Okay, so it looks like we're pretty clear. We do have some landmines. We just lost a few units.
Confirmed HQ. This shield's too tough. As soon as I can.
Silos are down, Command. Let's roll out.
Looks like that's gonna be it for this mission. Not bad. Unfortunately, we did fail the one secondary mission. It seems though destroying the landmines is what triggered it, so we had to only use the engineer, which does seem a little silly, but it is what it is. The victory is still a victory. Alright, and we'll just go ahead and move on to the next.